We have to do better. If we have an idea of where we want to be in the future and who we want to be in the future, we have to see things within us that need changing, then take the steps to really change it for ourselves. As I say a lot, we have to allow ourselves to get out of our own way so we can become somebody new. And at times it can be uncomfortable when you're becoming somebody new, when you're doing new things, when you're breaking old habits, you're putting yourself in positions that you have never been in before. The best thing I could tell you is to embrace the uncomfort. It's gonna really allow you to grow in areas of your life that you weren't able to grow in, but now you are, because you're giving yourself a chance to. Not all growth is comfortable. Growth can be very uncomfortable. And that kind of says a lot about how life is. As life is constantly changing, as we are constantly changing, we're going to be put in situations that may feel uncomfortable, yet it is for our benefit. In order to take that step forward, we have to first be that person for us, to tell ourselves, okay, we have to do this. I have to break this old habit so this can get done. I have to stop doing this so I can get to where I want to be, so I can become 1% better every single day. Something that we should all strive for, just 1% better every day. So if you are struggling to break old habits, if you are struggling to remove things out of your life that aren't serving you in any way, you have to ask yourself, is this going to help me get to where I want to be? By continuing these habits, doing things that aren't serving me in any way, will I still be able to get to where I want to be? Is this going to help my future self? Would my future self be proud? And is this the way my future self would live his or her life? If the answer is no, you know there are things to change. It's really all a matter of where you want to see yourself, how much self-love you have for yourself. If you're willing to keep going through and torturing yourself and doing things that aren't bringing you joy, aren't bringing you happiness, and that really destroying your own mental and emotional and even spiritual health. If the things that you are doing or experiencing affecting you internally from becoming a greater version of yourself, then it's not for you. It's not. You should only do things that make you happy or that make you better, not things that only cause self-destruction. I'm in the process of removing myself from anything lustful, desexualizing my brain from watching an overload of porn. And it may have not been a lot at first, but as you continue to do it, it becomes a routine. As you continue to do bad habits like watching pornography, it becomes a routine. It's like brushing your teeth. There are negative side effects such as loss of energy, lack of motivation, and it can just cause a lot of self-destruction. It can affect you in a way that limits you from doing the things you're supposed to do and that make you greater. And that's some of the things it was doing to me. Then I had to just take a step back. I'm like, this is not who I want to be. I'm someone who preaches self-improvement daily. I'm someone who preaches that, and I need my life to reflect that. I can't say something and then do this and then say sorry to God again over and over and over and over again. I can't keep going through that loop. And so I'm in the process of desexualizing my brain and rewiring it from it being sexually overloaded and clouded. I'm learning to be even more present in those times of temptation and those times of feeling like I want to go back to these bad habits. I'm running to God, and God has showed his ways when I needed it most. He's been giving me signs when I'm in the midst of relapsing and running back to temptation. And usually it'll be on Instagram, and I'll see a post where it's like, it'll talk about how to overcome temptation or how I'm not supposed to be doing this. And it's like, it helps bring me back to reality. And I feel like if we're struggling, it's good for us to confide in a higher source. And it doesn't really matter who you believe in. There's some type of higher spirit that you can call upon and that you can seek guidance from. Whoever that is for y'all, confide in that source as much as you can. And just put yourself in positions to remove yourself from doing things that aren't serving you at all. And replace it with good. Replace it with things that will pour into you, that would help build us up instead of break us down. I just found hobbies. I just found projects to work on, friends that can keep me distracted, that can keep me focused on something that I'm working towards, on something that I'm passionate about. I'll go for walks, I'll meditate, I'll listen to podcasts, listen to YouTube. I'll just center my brain around things that will help uplift me, that will put my mind in a positive space, away from negativity, away from stimulation, so I can reconnect with not only myself, but the world around me. And that's something we have to do. If you're dealing with overcoming these bad habits, you have to remove the triggers that cause it. So if it's lust, if you have to take a break off social media, delete the app, even do it. purpose is to feel good, live good, just be happy all around. And if we're centering our attention on things that aren't doing that for us, then we have our priorities mixed up. And we have to get reconnected. By doing that, we have to center our attention on things that will bring us positive energy, that will make us feel good about ourselves and not make us hate ourselves. Because that's what it can lead to. I know there are some of us that do these things that are bad for us, but they continue to do it because they feel like it brings them some sense of comfort. I feel like our reflection of these bad habits have to do with the relationship we have with ourselves. And that's something we have to reevaluate. The second thing we have to do is write it down. And also, I know I say write it down a lot, but writing it down just helps you out. It does. It helps you become more clear of what the root of any problem or any feeling that you are dealing with or experiencing. And so you have to write down why do you continue to do that. Do like some therapy with yourself and write down why you continue to do this habit for yourself. What does it make you feel? It creates this type of comfort for you. What is something else positive that could give you that sense of comfort for yourself? I think for me, why I fell victim to pornography is because I didn't have a lot of sexual experiences growing up, and I had the feeling of being wanted. And so that's something I desired, and we all want to feel wanted, but that's not the way of going about it, of course. And so I'm in the space of now learning to give that to myself. I think it was also me in the past thinking I'm not worthy of a dream partner. I'm not worthy of being in a relationship with a girl that I find beautiful. And me thinking I'm not worthy enough to be around that, to experience that. And so then I fell victim to explicit content, to give me that sense of belonging, to give me that sense of acceptance. So it's now for me to realize that I'm worthy of more. I'm worthy to experience a beautiful life partner, inside and out. And I know I am, because I know the value I bring. And I overlooked that, because in the past when I looked at what everybody else had and realized I didn't have that, it made me feel like I had to go look for that in other areas. But now knowing this, I know I have to approach it differently. So again, that's my story, but it's just important for us to find the root of the problem. So if that means you have to write it down, go ahead and do it. That's the best way to do it. If that means you have to confide in a therapist, some type of program, any type of community that can help you overcome any bad habit you're dealing with, overcome anything that you are struggling with. And it's important to use that as an opportunity for you. We have a lot of resources nowadays, and it's important to use them. Don't take it for granted. But if we don't remove ourselves from things that don't serve us, we will be stuck in the same place. And by becoming uncomfortable in things that we struggle with overcoming, it builds character. It really does. It makes us more mentally strong, and just adapting to change, adapting to things that may leave us feeling uneasy. And I'm at this part of my life where I want it. I want the discomfort. I want things that feel hard and that may feel like I won't get over the hump. I want that. I do. I desire that, because I know it's going to build character for me. And that's what we want. We want to build character. If you're comfortable with being stuck in the same place and you don't care to give up these bad habits, you're going to be even more uncomfortable than you think. So it's important to attack it head on. Take these uncomfortable situations as challenges, like it's a game. Because life is a game at the end of the day. It is. So I feel like it's important to just try it out. Give yourself a shot to embrace the uncomfortable. You want things to be uncomfortable. You do. Because the people that can withstand the most uncomfortable situations and experiences to help them grow as people, they're able to flourish. And the people who don't, they stay stuck. So embrace it. I'm embracing the change. Of course, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. Don't beat yourself up. If you feel like you're not getting to where you want to be yet, if you relapse, continue to run to God and give yourself self-love. Become a reassuring person to yourself. But if you know this is not where you want to be, it's all on you. Because time is very limited in this lifetime to self-correct and fix our mistakes. That's why we have time now to fix the things that we need to work on. And we shouldn't take it for granted and feel like, oh, I can just do it tomorrow, or I'll quit tomorrow, or I'll stop doing this tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow, you have today. And that's a real thing though. You don't have tomorrow, you have today. And that's why we have to focus on the now. And again, be present of where we are now. And self-correcting, being accountable for ourselves, what needs fixing, what needs correcting. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You shouldn't expect nobody else to do it for you. By becoming accountable for yourself, you're able to take more control over your own life. And that's what you want. Not to say you're just gonna control everything that happens in your life. Of course, no, you can't control everything. But you can control your actions. You can control how you show up in the world. You're in control of that. And so in becoming something more of yourself, it starts with you. But I love y'all. Talk to y'all in the next video. And thank you for the love. All right, good. Peace.